welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Iqra Arshad and today I'm finally doing the acne update. So we're gonna get into this pretty much straight away. So I did the acne update last time a year ago and I promised I would do one more often, but I never got around to doing one, so here we go now. If you guys are interested in watching the first one, you can watch it up there. It'll be up in the cards up there. It gives all the details on my history with acne and everything I've tried in the past and everything that has worked, hasn't worked. Spoiler alert, not much has worked. But if you want to watch it, it's up there, so check that out. But today we're kind of just going to go from that onwards, like from that video onwards. So in the video I hadn't started anything else. Again, I was kind of just doing everything just washing my skin, just dealing with it as it is, not taking any treatment. But since then I have been on some treatment. I was on some homeopathic treatment. If you follow me on social media, you will have seen my updates occasionally about that. So I started taking some homeopathic treatment, and because my uncle, my dad's youngest brother in Pakistan, he's a homeopathic doctor. Actually, if I could find it, this is the prescription he gave me from Pakistan. Like, my dad went to Pakistan because my grandma passed away, and his mum, and then when he came back he bought the medicine for me from my uncle because my uncle is a homeopathic doctor. It says here on the top, he's a member of the Homeopathic Medical Association UK. He's got a PhD, an MD, DHMS, RHMP. I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff that I don't understand, but he is a homeopathic doctor. And homeopathic treatments are pretty much natural treatments. So I started taking that around, I have everything written here by the way on my laptop, so I'm looking, I wrote a whole post. Started taking it around 22nd January 2008, so that's the beginning of the year, pretty much because my grandma passed away at the beginning of January. So when my dad came back to England, he brought the medicine with him and I did some research, and then I started taking it towards the end of January. And I was on that for almost 2 months. I think the first dose, like the first bulk of stuff, lasted for almost 2 months. So what I used was 3 different types of medicines. So I used something called gunpowder tablets was one. Then I had 2 different types of drops. So you drop them into water, if that makes sense, and mix them into water. So I had something called Eurytica drops, and then I had something called hydrocotyl, also known as hydrocotyl asiatica drops. So this is how I took them, if anyone's interested. I thought I'd share this too. So the gunpowder tablets, they were supposed to be taken twice a day after meals. So what I would do is have one after breakfast and one, actually not twice, 2 tablets twice a day, sorry. I just checked what I wrote. So I would take 2 tablets after breakfast, oop, gone out of focus, 2 tablets after breakfast and then 2 tablets after dinner in the evening. That's how I would do them. From the website I found, I will link things down below, by the way guys. From the website I found, the clinical uses for it includes acne and so many other things. There's so many things these medicines can be used for, but one of the clinical uses for it is acne. And I was told, now I don't know for definite, I wasn't actually told exactly what some of this stuff would do to me, but I was told definitely about this one that it would kind of bring the acne out to the surface. So it is a very similar thing that Accutane does, without some of the chemicals, I guess, of Accutane, because they're more like actual medicines, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does a very similar job to that, because one of my uncles told me that it's kind of like gunpowder. It'll go boom in your system and everything will come up. Very weird analogy, but it worked, and it did do that. It brought everything out to the surface on my back, chest, face, everywhere. Again, that's why I'm barefaced today, because I'm currently on Shark Week and I wanted to kind of show you guys how my skin looks on Shark Week, to be honest. TMI, sorry if that's a bit too much information for some people, but that's when I break out the most now after taking this medication, but I'll get into that later. But yes, that's the first tablets, gunpowder tablets. So that's what I would do, two tablets twice a day. Then there was the Eurytica drops, and you were supposed to take 5 drops in water during the daytime, once a day. So what I usually would do, I would take them middle of the day, like usually mid-afternoon, sometime after lunch. So maybe I would take them like around 4 or 5 o'clock, if that makes sense. But when I was in uni, it was slightly harder. So what I would do is I would take my other drops first. No, actually I don't remember. It was very confusing when I was in uni, let's just say that, because I had to figure out around my lunch and everything, and while I was in lectures and stuff, and it was a very confusing time. But anyways, I would take those once a day during the daytime, 5 drops. They were very strong. It had a kind of bitter taste to it. It was kind of weird. It had a bit of bitter smell to it as well. I still remember it. It's been a couple of months now and I still remember it. So I would put it into water. I'd put it into like a glass of water or whatever. Like I'd just get a glass of water and put it into that. And I'm not definite on why it was prescribed to me, but I found out online that it's supposed to be anti-inflammatory, so it helps inflamed skin, if that makes sense. I think the reason it was surprising me because when I sent some initial pictures to my uncle, which I will show you guys, don't worry. Actually, let me show you now which initial pictures I sent to him. I had some pictures up. I think I initially sent this picture right here, maybe. Yeah, I think it might be one of these pictures. You guys will see it on screen right now. I'm just putting it up so editor Iqra knows which picture to upload. I think it was this one. I maybe ones off my chest and stuff like that. These were taken like back in December, I think. Yeah, so I think I sent some of these, or maybe I sent more of like my after kind of Fenty breakouts, like this. These kind of ones. I think I sent these ones. These are the ones I sent to them. And I think after sending those initial pictures, and because obviously the gunpowder was bringing out more of it than was already in the pictures, I think I was given the Eurytica drops for like an inflammatory response, so as to kind of soothe down and calm the inflammatory response of the acne, because as you can imagine, acne sometimes isn't always whitehead, it's pustules. That's the one. No, papules, that's the one. Pustules are whitehead. Papules are like when they're red, angry kind of bumps on the skin. So as you can imagine, those are really inflamed and stuff. So I think it was given to me to help the inflammation, which I think it did in some ways. I feel like it did. It wasn't as painful sometimes, and it wasn't as itchy and stuff, and really like, you know, that kind of feeling sometimes, so that made sense. So the third medication was something called hydrocotyl. It's also known as hydrocotyl asiatica. So I used to take 15 drops of those 3 times a day in half a cup of water. So I usually took it before breakfast, and then before dinner, and then also before lunch. Whenever my lunch was, I would take it before. It didn't say to take them before meals, but I just kind of had to figure it out myself where to slot it into my lifestyle. So I would do it before breakfast, before lunch, or before dinner, and then I would take the other tablets like after breakfast, after dinner, and then the other ones, the Eurytica ones, after lunch, if that makes sense. That's how I would fit them out, kind of thing. So the hydrocotyls, it says on the website that I found, again I'll leave the websites down below, it's used to target papules on the face. The papules are like the red ones, they're kind of like inflammation on the skin and stuff, and then pustules on the chest. So yeah, again, I'm not too sure how exactly it works, but supposedly it helps with both papules and pustules, and I had both of those on my chest, back and face, to be honest, at that point too, once it started to come out a bit more. So I feel like it helped somewhat. I don't know for definite. But yeah, so those were my medications. Now, I don't know how far they helped me, if I'm being honest, because this is my situation. If you see right now, I should have probably zoomed you in. Maybe that would have been cleverer to do instead of just trying to get really close to the camera. So as you can see, this is kind of what's going on right now. But obviously, like I said, I'm on Shark Week right now, so this is pretty normal for me. I do break out around right here when I'm hormonal and stuff, and my acne is hormonal, and my forehead isn't too bad this month. I haven't had a bad period this month, to be honest. Just in general, like my period in general hasn't been bad, so my acne hasn't been too bad either this month. I think I haven't been really stressed or anything either. Well, the only stress I have is trying to find a job, so that's the only stress I really have. And I was on those twice. So I did it first in January, like I said, then I went on a second batch again in April. So where was it? I wrote it down, 12th of April, and I'm not definite, but I think that might have lasted 3 months. I think he gave me a bigger supply of stuff, and that lasted for 3 months, because I vaguely remember finishing it around end of July, because I don't remember if we were still fasting then or not, if fasting had started yet or not. I vaguely remember July, June, something like that. So I think it might have been about 3 months I used those for, and then I haven't taken anything else since then. And today my mom's actually going to send my uncle some pictures that we took a couple of days ago, just to tell him like, this is the kind of situation of her skin right now, and she really doesn't want to take any more medication, so what do you think, kind of thing. So that's the point I'm at right now. Yes, I don't actually want to take any more medication. These are obviously like more natural homeopathic, really. Homeopathic medicine is more natural, but I'm just at that point where I don't want to take any more medication now. So we're at that point now, and I kind of just letting my skin be now. So it's done its job. It definitely brought everything out of the surface, which I'll be showing you in pictures in a couple of seconds now. Hope you guys don't mind, but I know some people like seeing pictures because they like to see visually what things look like. I just kind of at that point now where I think it's done its job. It's brought everything out of the surface, and I'm okay now with trying to treat it topically with skincare and stuff now. So I'm just kind of figuring things out as I go along. So yeah, so that's kind of my medication, like what's happened with that. Alright guys, so the battery on my camera kind of died, so I'm kind of just carrying on with my webcam. Hope you guys don't mind too much. I don't think you need to see anything. Wow, so loud. Why? I don't think you guys need to see anything too good quality to see what I want to show you now, because I'm just going to show you the pictures of how it's gone. And it looks weird that I'm looking right at the screen instead of at like you up there, but it's kind of weird, sorry. So we're going to kind of go through the pictures slowly. So like I said, I started at the end of January, and literally a couple of days later, so maybe like a week later, stuff started to show through. So obviously I said that you guys will see like a better picture on screen of my skin, but I'm just gonna move slightly so you guys can see on one side or the other. Yeah, that might be okay, I don't know. Maybe I'll move more this way. Yeah, okay. So but I'm just showing it on screen so editor Iqra can figure out when to insert things and stuff. So yeah, and so around the second week, maybe a week after or maybe a couple of days after, I don't know, I'm not very good with figuring out days, it started to show up. So like this, hopefully there's better pictures on screen. And yeah, and then again, here we go. Is this still quite recent? Yeah, this is still like that week, maybe 2 days later after those first initial pictures, like this. I think I had a wedding or something because I'm wearing nice clothes. I'm wearing like Asian clothes there. As you can see, I will have a zoomed in picture of that. Like as you can see, like it's very like big, kind of like papules, I guess they were called. So yeah, and then I made a video around the same day, so I will post that video now, the 4th of February, so I'll post that right now. So it looks like the acne treatment that I'm taking, it's doing its thing, because I'm starting to break out in places that I haven't broken out in a while, like my lower back. That hasn't happened to me in a couple of years now, and also I'm starting to get these little whiteheads dotting around here and on my forehead. Probably looks ugly, but I kind of want to document this journey of the natural medication and stuff. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of doing its job of bringing all of it to the surface and stuff. So yeah, I just didn't think it was going to happen this early, and now I'm dreading going to university on Thursday because my face looks ugly. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to like wear makeup or something or cover it, I don't know. But yeah, it's doing its thing, so it's working. And then that was my face kind of thing at that point. It was the first week of taking the treatment, so I was trying to document it on Snapchat and stuff. I feel like if you were following me on Snapchat, you would have seen that most likely, but if you weren't following me on Snapchat, you wouldn't have seen that, because I didn't really post it on Instagram. I mainly posted it on Snapchat, I feel like. But then in terms of my back, this is kind of the situation on my back at that point. That's like maybe a couple of days later. Again, like not the best picture, my phone's cracked and everything, but I'll put it up here, like up here, like on this part of the screen, somewhere here like that. It kind of look like this, like this, like this. I tried to take a couple of pictures, and then a couple of days later, this was maybe like another week later now, as you can see, it's still pretty inflamed. I was trying to take as many good shots as I could, because I was trying to document this. As you can see, this day was a pretty bad one, and as you can see my face, I wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy at all. I didn't like what was going on with my face, clearly. But you know, it was bound to happen. And then at this point, it was week 2, I think now. So again, it started to calm down a little bit. It wasn't too bad, as you can see some of my chest here as well, can't you? Like my chest a little bit. Yeah. This is what I look like. Again, I wasn't very happy here. Again, I looked like I was probably crying. I can't tell from my face, maybe. It was painful, I would admit, because when it was coming out to the surface, it was painful. Not only because they were like coming out and it was hurting my back, and I couldn't sleep properly because it was hurting my back, because especially when they were papules. Papules are red, angry bumps, and they're not very comfortable at all to sleep on top of. Like, sleep on top of that is not nice at all. So they weren't very nice, I will admit that now. But it also was a bit of a on my confidence a little bit, because it'd been such a long time since I'd have acne on my face. I hadn't had such severe acne on my face before until I had the initial breakout from the foundation. I hadn't had much acne problems on my face. It'd all be on my body, and I could easily cover that up for myself, because obviously I chose to wear like covered clothing and stuff like right now. It's like I could easily cover that, but I couldn't with my face. Like I couldn't put foundation on it, because no matter how much I put on, even if the redness was covered, you can still see the bumps and everything. So this was a struggle because I was going back to uni pretty soon, I think, at this point as well. I think I was starting like second semester of uni, I think. Again, I think this is on the same day. As you can see, I try to use filters quite a lot, and if you follow me on Snapchat again, or on Instagram, because I would post pictures from Snapchat onto Instagram sometimes, I would take a lot of pictures with filters because I felt really uncomfortable, and I still do now. Like, if you follow me, like I said, and you like see me quite regularly, I still post a lot of pictures on Snapchat with filters, because although I don't mind it too much now and it's not as bad as it was then, I'm still not completely comfortable with the way it looks. Like, I'm on camera right now, but this is different because on YouTube I always show my skin. I feel like I always show my bare skin, but Snapchat I just feel really awkward because I see people, like people I know, they're from like family, friends from uni, you know, people I like talking to, and just like I feel really awkward them seeing my skin like that sometimes. So I very much catfish everyone on Snapchat. I've been talking about that a lot today on Snapchat, about how I catfish everyone. Wow, it's so bright. I don't like this webcam on my MacBook at all, but we're just going with it. And then I think this is on the same day. This is the second week now. Yep, second week still. I made a video again. So again, I'll post a video right now on Snapchat that I posted. Okay, so skin update. It's the week 2 now of the herbal medication, and this is the situation with my face. It's not bad actually. I'm still getting a few whiteheads popping around. Like, I had one over here on one of my nose earlier on in the morning, and yeah, and I'm still getting a few cysts. Like, these situations, like this was a cyst a couple of days ago, so it's not too bad. It's pretty much coming out to the surface now, and the rest of it's healing. But my back is a different story altogether, and I'm not going to explain that because it's my back. I have actually no idea what's going on there, what the situation is there. But yeah, I'm going to have a shower later because I need to wash my hair, so I'm probably going to see that situation in a bit. But oh my god, I'm not looking forward to seeing that because it feels painful. So I don't know, it feels like kind of like nodular cysts. They feel like really nodular and like hard and stuff. So yeah, I don't think my back's going to be a good situation, but it's not too bad like on my face. So yeah, it's doing good. And that was the last of my videos. I don't think I made any more videos on Snapchat. I tried to look through all my Snapchat folder on my phone, but I didn't make any more videos. I think I just posted picture updates after that. So as you can see, this is week 2 still. I think it started to calm down a bit. This is literally on the same day I made that video. I think I'd take pictures multiple times a day sometimes. It started to calm down a bit. It's not too bad. Like, I wasn't very happy, clearly. That was my back situation. It wasn't very nice at all. And then I think at this point, yeah, this is now afterwards. Sorry, the back situation here. This is afterwards. This is once I'd finished the first lot of medication, and I took pictures of my back, like parts of my back, because I wasn't going to send my entire back because my uncle wanted to see part of it. And I also took pictures of my face so he could see. So this is kind of what I took. I got my mom to help me take some of these as well. So she took my back ones, I took my face ones. It wasn't too bad at this point, but he wanted to see like what results had happened, I guess. And my forehead was pretty bad at that point. It's really bright. I didn't have the best lighting. I took it at night. As you can see here on my face, it was very red and inflamed. It wasn't very nice at all. So I sent those to him, and I think I had about a week or 2 without any medication because obviously it had to get sent to England. So I think during that week, like, this was my skin. It was kind of calming down, but it was still, I took the weirdest angles. It's not very attractive angles. I wasn't very happy with my skin, clearly. That's clearly was going to happen. But it was calming down a bit. And then I think I took them again afterwards. Yeah, this is towards the end of April now, and as far as I remember from what I wrote, yes, so now here at this point now, I was on my second batch now, because this is towards the end of April, and again, they were coming out again. Here you can see my chest a lot more. Where is it? There. You'll see the picture on screen right here. So hopefully, if I moved enough, did I move enough for the pictures to actually go there? I don't know if I even moved enough, but yeah, so these were them. And here you can see even through makeup, this was an example of through makeup how it looked. This is June now here, so this is when I most likely was towards the end of the treatment. As you can see through makeup, I cropped my sisters out of this picture because we took like a sister picture, but even through makeup, like my skin, like after like wearing makeup for a couple of hours, I think this was like at the end of the day after a wedding, or I think it was after Eid, I think this might have been Eid. At the end of the day, my skin still kind of peeked through, my acne still peeked through and stuff. It was going to happen, there was no denying it was going to happen. And then I took this picture in September, quite recently actually now, so these were after now. This is like when the acne kind of has like, treatment has stopped now, and I've kind of just let my skin do its own thing. And I posted this picture on Snapchat, which I'll post right there, like I said. And the caption I wrote is quite truth-telling. I think I wrote, the reality of having hormonal acne means that under the filters the skin looks really ugly. Like I said, I was feeling a bit low. I've had moments throughout this whole process that I felt a bit low about my skin. I just haven't really liked it and stuff, if I'm being honest. It's been a bit shitty. I've just felt really bad about my skin. I just feel like I'm catfishing everyone on my filters. I feel like no one really knows how my skin really looks underneath my filters unless they watch my videos, obviously, on YouTube, because you see my skin way more often here on YouTube, because I don't really care on YouTube, I feel like. I don't know why, I just don't. But yeah, so then now this is more my recent, current situation with my skin. So this is just the beginning of September. Right now we're in right at the end of September now, so this is the, because when I'm filming this, what's the date today? It's the 27th of September when I'm filming this, because it should be going up today as well, hopefully. And this is my situation on my chest area. I took this after a shower, so it was pretty fresh, like straight out of a shower. Like, these are some of the pictures of my chest. I took quite a lot myself. I took them all myself, to be honest. I didn't take any on my back this week, that time, because I didn't have anyone to help me take any on my back, because it was pretty late. I'm a bit of a late night showerer, so and these were my face situations on the same day. This was on the 2nd of September, I think. Yeah, all of these pictures were on the 2nd of September. It was really late, like 11 o'clock or something. So this is the situation on my face. It has cleared up a heck ton of a lot, to be honest. It's cleared up so much, and it only goes bad now on my time of the month. So right now, as you can see, like I said, it's more red and inflamed, especially like I've got some things here, these things here, like this. These things, like scarring is scarring. Scarring is going to be something less after effect, to be honest. And then this is middle of the month now, so about 14th of September, so it's not too bad. I covered my chest here. I think I posted this on Snapchat, that's why. So I covered my chest a bit with my cardigan, but my face isn't too bad here. It's fairly clean, actually. It's not very bad. And then these were just taken a couple of days ago. This was just taken last week, I think, now, because we're on, what day is it today? Thursday, so this was taken last week, I think. So I took these on my mom's phone, and these are the photos my mom is going to send to my uncle in Pakistan. And it's not too bad, you can't see very clearly, but it's still a bit of red and inflamed. I've had this really angry kind of thing on my face right here for a couple of days now, so I think those showed up the most in the picture. And then just about 2 nights ago, I got my mom to take pictures of my back, so I saw my back for the first time in a couple of weeks, I think maybe a couple of months even. So this is how my back is looking right now. It's not doing too bad. I don't think, a lot of this is actually scarring when I look at it. If I zoom in right now, because you guys will see the picture on screen, like I said on this side, if I zoom in, I think a lot of this is scarring, because I have very dark skin, and because I have a high amount of melanin in my skin, it means my scarring is very hyperpigmentation scarring. I don't have a lot of pitted acne scars. I have some on my back. On my face, it's just a lot of hyperpigmentation scar, but on my back and my chest, it's some hyperpigmentation and very small amounts of pitted scarring. I don't have as much pitted scarring as other people. Some people have it really bad with pitted scarring, to be honest. I don't have it that bad at all, and I feel really happy that I don't, because pitted scarring is a lot harder to heal up compared to hyperpigmentation. Of course, hyperpigmentation takes a long time to heal up too, but it can be done very easily with like the right like skincare and stuff. It can be done. But a lot of this is like very purple toned, like scarring and stuff I'm looking at, and I don't have a lot of active acne anymore. I have a lot of active acne at the lower part of my back, so like midway and lower part, and I usually try and like not mess with that too much, but I try and scrub really hard in the shower, so that helps sometimes. So that's kind of where I'm at with my skin right now. I just wanted to show you guys pictures so you guys get to see like the journey of like how it's gone and stuff, and at the point right now it's not too bad, like I said, so that's good. So I'm just going to go back to my document. Hopefully you guys don't mind. You can still see me because the light is still on. I know it's still on. So I'm going to kind of talk about my skincare and what I'm doing right now. So skincare wise, let's make this smaller so I can actually see my document still. Skincare wise, I'm not doing anything too much, but I have changed some things a little bit since the last video I made. So we'll start with what I'm doing with my body in the shower. So in the shower, I'm not using anything too different, whereas the products, I was sitting way back here first. Originally, when I was filming on my camera, I was sitting all the way back here. So I'm using this new thing from, well, it's not new, it's new to me. Let's just say that, it's new to me, but it's not new. It's like a cult favourite product from this shop. It's the L'Occitane. So if you know L'Occitane, it's like a French pharmacy brand, I guess. They have shower oils, and this is the first time I'd heard of shower oils, thanks to, who was it? Gothamista. I'll link her video down below. She had like a video about body skincare. I'll link it down below if I remember, hopefully I will. And she mentioned the shower oil from L'Occitane, and this is the almond oil shower oil. It's really nice. This is my second bottle now, I think, or not third bottle, I think. Yeah, third bottle. That, but yeah, so I really like this. It moisturizes the body as it cleans the body because it's an oil, and it emulsifies up, kind of how you have oil cleansers for your face. Like, if you guys know me and I talk about it quite a lot, I use an oil cleanser on my face when I'm cleaning my makeup off and stuff, and it does a similar thing. When you add water to it, it kind of emulsifies up, and it's really nice. It does lather fairly well, like not as much and foamy as like other kind of gel, like jelly kind of cleansers, I guess. It doesn't do as much as that, but it still does foam up enough, and it feels like it's cleaning my skin, and my skin does feel clean, but it's also moisturizing, so it doesn't irritate like the acne on my back and chest and stuff, because a lot of that can be like peeling and stuff, and it's like, it's not very nice. It kind of feels like some things can feel really harsh on it, and it feels like it moisturizes those. So that's nice. So it includes, I wrote them down, it includes grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, bergamot oil, sunflower seed oil, and rosemary seed oil. I don't know why this combination or what this combination does, but those are the oils that are included in there. But it does also have something called tipper sulfate, and usually we see sodium sulfate, no, what's it called, that we normally see? Yeah, sodium laurate sulfate is the one we normally see, and that's a surfactant, so it cleans the skin. And I don't know if tipper laurate sulfate is a similar thing. However, it hasn't irritated my skin. This body wash, this body oil, I should say, the shower oil hasn't affected my skin badly, so it seems like it's not doing anything bad to my skin. So I'm keeping to it, and I'm trying to use things that are not fragranced or low fragrance if I can. And this does have some fragrance in it, but it's not that low on the list. It's pretty high on the list. Usually what I try and do is go for something that has fragrance low on the list, if that makes sense. So it's not like an important ingredient in the product. You know, if it's low on the list, it's not that important in the product. That makes sense. So what I try and do is I do that, but this isn't low on the list. It's actually fairly high. It's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's number 5, but it hasn't irritated my skin yet, so I think I'm good for now. It's not irritating my skin, and that's the most important thing, and my skin likes it, so that's the most important thing. And that's my main body wash, and I use that on like a regular loofah, if that makes sense, like a regular like puffy loofah thing, scrunchy, whatever you call them, I don't know what they call it. I use it on that. I want to invest in a Japanese washcloth thing. I want to get them. I haven't got it yet. It's from Amazon. You can get it very easily. I want to try that instead of a loofah, but for now I'm just using a loofah, so that's fine. Now in terms of exfoliating my body, that's the reason I use a loofah, because I need to exfoliate my body, because I haven't found a non-irritating exfoliant for my body yet. I don't like the physical exfoliants, the ones that got sugar and salts and stuff in them, the scrubs like that. It's too irritating for my back. It feels like it itches it and makes it very inflamed and stuff, so I can't use things like that. It's like how you have chemical exfoliants for your face. I'm trying to see if I can find something like that for my body. I haven't yet, so if you have any suggestions, they're welcome. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you have any suggestions for something that's not irritating but will still exfoliate the skin of my body, I'm totally open to suggestions of that. So yeah, then the next one is what I use on my back. So if you guys know, I wash my back separately. So I wash my body entirely once, and then right at the end of my shower, after I've washed my hair and everything properly, I usually wash my hair like a couple of times, make sure all the conditioner shampoos out. But because I don't want any hair products to be left on my body that can leave irritatingness, kind of clog up the pores in my body, I don't want to do that. So I wash my body one last time before the end of the shower. I use a separate body wash for my back and chest and basically acne areas, so like arms and stuff like that. And I've recently been using La Roche-Posay Lipica. You see, I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. There we go. La Roche-Posay Lipica gel leather, which basically is soothing protecting shower gel. This La Roche-Posay is a French pharmacy brand, and I've used them in the past for my skin, like my face skin. Never really enjoyed it that much. For my body, this has been very nice. It lathers just enough. It hasn't got soap in it. It's soap free, it's paraben free, and it's also said it's physiological pH. I don't know what that means, but I don't know. Unfortunately, it does have sodium laurate sulfate though, which is a surfactant. Like I said, it cleans, but like I said again, it hasn't been irritating me. Similar to the L'Occitane one, it hasn't been irritating me, so I'm sticking to it. It's fine, it's working. And it also, another important ingredient it has is glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant. It's kind of what moisturizes the skin, like the skin kind of clings onto humectants, so like moisture kind of clings onto it, so that's a good thing. It also has something called citric acid in it, which I don't know what it's for, but I feel like a natural exfoliant maybe, because you know, citric acid acid and stuff, so that's nice. It also has niacinamide in it, which is really interesting because I really want to start using more niacinamide products on my skin, especially my face, so that's interesting. It has got fragrance in it once again, but it's low on the list, and like I said, it's not irritating me, so I'm happy with that. It's fine. And for that wash, I use a loofah on a stick, so you can get the ones that have the fluffy thing, the loofah scrunchy thing on a stick, so it's easy to kind of like scrub down there and stuff, and like get it down right to the back, and like I can do it upside down and stuff and get it down to the bottom of my back and stuff as well. And that's working right now. I try and change those out once a month if I can. I really try and do it often if I can remember, but once a month, because I forget things very easily, to be honest, so I try and do it once a month, but if more is better, to be honest. So yeah. And my other product that I'm trying out is the Body Shop Tea Tree Body Wash. I'm kind of going between the La Roche-Posay and the Body Shop Tea Tree Body Wash, because the Body Shop have a tea tree range, and I didn't know they had a body wash in it, but they do. And if you didn't know, tea tree is very good for acne, and I've used it in the past for my facial acne. I've never really used it for body acne though. Actually I have, that's a lie. I've used a tea tree body wash before, but not from the Body Shop before. It's been from a different brand. And apparently their tea tree is from near Mount Kenya. I don't know, they just source it from there. And tea tree is very good. It's a very antiseptic, antibacterial product, and you know, it cleans acne very well. If you want more information on tea tree, I'll try and leave something in the description down below. It does have sodium lauryl sulfate again as a surfactant. A lot of products use this as a surfactant. It's a cleaning agent. Most brands use it, but it hasn't irritated my skin, like I said, so we're fine for now. But I'm going back and forth between the Roche-Posay and that one. That one I haven't got in my hands right now because I'm finishing off the La Roche-Posay one, and that one I've got back up somewhere, and Mom's got it somewhere, so I don't know where it is. So yeah, but it also has glycerin in it again, and glycerin is a humectant, so that's good. And again, it does have some fragrance in it, but it's literally like right at the bottom of the ingredient list, sorry, so I feel like that's fine. Again, it hasn't irritated my skin, so I mean, if something hasn't irritated my skin, I just get happy, so there's that. So for my skincare for my face, I haven't actually shared a nighttime skincare, even though I said I was going to, but I'll just quickly share two products that I use the most in my nighttime skincare, especially when I'm having inflamed skin. The most important ingredient for me is Centella Asiatica. Again, I'll leave some information down below on Centella Asiatica because I don't want this video to be too long. So, and I have to go because my brother has a doctor's appointment, so I'll have to like go soon. I have to go with my mom and him, so actually not even a doctor's hospital appointment, so yeah. But these are the two products I use the most. This is from Cosrx, both of them. So this is the Centella Asiatica Blemish, well, Centella Blemish Balm. No, sorry, Centella Blemish Ampoule, and this is the Centella Blemish Cream. So this is just like kind of like a serum. You can see it's like kind of like green colored. I don't know if you can tell very well. It's kind of green colored. I just keep this, came with it when it was shipped. I think I just keep it on there. It's kind of green colored. I have some left. I don't use this as often. I use it as and when needed. The most I use, to be honest, is the cream, and the cream is my savior. And Centella Asiatica is a very soothing ingredient. It calms inflammation so much. So I like to use it when my skin is really inflamed, or I have like those angry red bumps like these. I used it on these a couple of days ago. So what I do is usually the last step of my skincare, and I take a bit, as you can see, it's very white. So I take a bit, like I take like a spatula because it's like I don't want to stick my fingers in there, and then I put it onto this areas. I dab it on like kind of like a spot treatment, I guess, rub it in, and it leaves like a bit of a white cast. That's why I use it at night, because no one sees you at night anyway when you go into bed, so it's fine. But if I was using it throughout the day, like people would see that, so I use it at night, and it kind of helps calm it down. A lot of the times it does make the bumps, especially the red bumps, either go down, like completely down, like there's nothing left, or it brings out the pus in it, if that makes sense. So that's good. And then after that I can use a pimple patch, and everything is good, like fine and dandy, so that's good. And other than that, I don't really use a lot. My skincare just keeps changing. I keep trying different things, see what works, see what doesn't. But if you guys want a nighttime skincare video, I'll try and do that. Just let me know in the comments if you want that. I won't make it bloody 40 minutes long like I did originally with my morning skincare routine. I'll find a way to make it shorter while still including as much information as I can, because I made my skincare video like 40 minutes long, and it was so bloody long, and I don't think many people watched it for that reason. So I'll try and do a nighttime one. If you guys want that, just let me know down below. It changes all the time. Like I have a different skincare routine in summer versus winter, so now that we're going into winter, I'm trying to readjust again now. Well, we're going into autumn, but I'm trying to readjust again now, so it'll take me a little while probably. But yeah, so that's what I'm using skincare wise, body and face. And the last section, just to finish up this video, because it's a bit long, it's already 20 minutes and I already filmed a little bit on here, so I don't know how long the total video is. What is next? So skincare wise, I'm just gonna keep trying products that can clear my skin. So things like niacinamide, salicylic acid. Not going to use benzoyl peroxide. I don't like how that works on my skin, but those two are the main ones for clearing, I think, for actually like helping clear the congestion in my skin, which can cause acne. So maybe I'll use like a niacinamide serum or a salicylic acid wash or something. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out. For scarring, I'm going to start using vitamin C serum soon on my face. I just need to find a good one. I have a couple that I'm looking at, like comparing out and stuff. I need to look for a good one that's ingredient wise and budget wise, because I don't have the most amount of money, obviously. But that's for my face only, so I don't know yet. For my body acne, it's an ongoing struggle. It's been an ongoing struggle for 8 years or something like that now, so I'm just gonna keep going, trying products and see what happens. I do need some more better products for my body. I need to take care of my body a lot more. My skin is getting there, like facial wise, but my body acne is not. It's kind of jolted. We're not really getting anywhere with it. So I do need a good exfoliant for my body, and I need something that will help, like, keep it clean, if that makes sense. Oh, I didn't talk about moisturizer for my body. I just realized I don't have it anymore on me because it's finished, and I'm using something temporary right now. But I'm using this body cream from a Korean brand. I will link it down below though, so you guys can check it out, and I really like it, but I ran out of it and I never ordered anymore. So temporarily I'm just using bio oil, which I don't love, but I mean, it's temporary until I can get something. Another thing I want to keep using for my skin and possibly my body, but I haven't decided yet, is rose hip oil. Is that what it's called? Rose hip oil. I want to try some rose hip oil because that apparently can clear the skin naturally with oil. So that's one way, but I don't know yet. So that is my skincare update, I guess. I'm going to try and keep you guys more updated on what's happening and not wait like a full year like I did this year. I waited a whole year to do this video, and I won't do that again, hopefully. But yeah, my skin is ever changing, so if you do ever want updates, I do update Snapchat the most on my skincare. I feel more comfortable there than I do on Instagram, because my Instagram is definitely more like trying to keep things aesthetic, if that makes sense. So I don't post as much on my Insta story about my skincare. I post, oh well, skincare I do, but not about my acne problems. I don't post on my Insta story, but I do post on my Snapchat story about my skincare problems, and I share like selfies occasionally of my skin, like looking the way it does, like this. Sometimes I just post catfishing selfies of me with filters though. So but if you do want to check those out, just the links are in the description always. I keep all my social media down there all the time. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm sorry that I had to use my webcam. It's not the best quality, and I keep looking at the screen, which is so weird because you're supposed to look at the lens, but the lens looking up here is kind of weird because it's kind of like awkward, I don't know. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, leave your comments down below on suggestions for skincare products I should try, maybe on if you want to see a skincare video for night and maybe day again, maybe. I don't know if anyone wants to see that, but if you do, let me know. And yeah, again, let me know what you think. How do you think my skin has improved? I think it's improved quite a bit from last time, but we'll see. I don't know. I think it has. We'll see what my uncle thinks. We have to send him the pictures pretty soon today, I think, so we'll see what he thinks, since he's the doctor. So yeah, but yeah, that is all, I guess. Remember to hit subscribe and notification bell down below if you want to stay up to date with my channel or when I upload. I try and upload weekly. Give me more suggestions of videos you guys want to see, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video. Okay, how do I cover the screen now because it's the webcam? Okay, let's figure it out. Bye guys, toodles!
Myself, paranoid as hell. Yesterday's tomorrow.